this discussion will be about looking at us inwards. It's obvious that for any country to actually grow, for its economy to grow, we need to have the ability to be able to produce for export. We need to have the ability to earn that foreign exchange. So quite apart from what we need to do from a macro and a country perspective, there's what we as private sector need to do, of course, enabled by a good environment, to produce and to provide value addition. We need to talk about that. And we're looking at that from a manufacturing and non-oil export.
We also help to address some of the challenges of access to forex for manufacturers, for example, because the way most of this Exim Bank works is to also support exports from their country. So when we have lines, from Exim India, for example, a lot of our manufacturers use equipment, and machinery from India. So rather than look for FX locally to buy such equipment, we can get Exim India to fund, under the guarantee of an Exim.
One of the things we have to do is not so much to provide incentives. Yes, incentives are good, but remove disincentives. Sometimes people don't export because of the problem of having to go through the regulatory processes of taking your goods across the port and then importing it, having to fill so many forms, and indeed, in some cases, having to pay money across the table in order to successfully export.
Finance is one of the biggest challenge of people who want to go into export. In fact, the challenge with the banks now is that a lot of them don't even understand export transactions, because if you don't understand it, how do you finance it?
Palliatives are good, but you can't consistently depend on it to grow an economy. As you are pushing palliatives into the market, you need to have a 3-month plan, a 6-month plan, a 12-month plan. We need to fix all these assets across the value chain to make them productive, and then create access for the financing required for small businesses to take advantage of it to better their own business objectives.